What if I told you failure isn't your enemy? What if I told you that falling down isn't the problem, that the real danger is staying down? Because life isn't about avoiding the fall, it's about how fast you rise after you hit the ground. You will fall, that's guaranteed. You will fail, that's a promise. You will break, that's part of the deal. But the ones who make it, the ones who succeed, who change their lives, who build something out of nothing, they don't avoid falling. They master the art of getting back up faster, stronger, and more determined than before. And that's what will set you apart. The fall isn't the end, it's the beginning. Think about the worst moment of your life. The time you felt lost. The time you felt weak. The time you thought, I don't think I can do this anymore. Do you remember how heavy it was? How impossible it felt? And yet, here you are, still breathing, still standing, still here. That wasn't the end of your story. It was a page, a chapter, a lesson, but not the end. And if you could survive that, if you could walk through the fire and still be here, still fighting, then what makes you think you won't survive what's coming next? You've already proven you can rise. Now, you just need to do it faster. Falling is inevitable weakness, is a choice. The problem isn't that people fall. The problem is that people take too long to get back up. They sit in their failure. They drown in their pain. They let one mistake define their future. And that's how they lose. Not because they weren't good enough, not because they weren't strong enough, but because they gave up before they could rise again. So listen to me carefully. You are not weak for falling. You are not broken for struggling. But you will stay weak if you let the fall break you. You will stay broken if you refuse to rise. And if you let one failure convince you that you're not meant for more, then you are the one stopping yourself. Rise faster, rise stronger, rise again. The greatest people in the world, the ones who have built empires, created legacies, changed lives, they didn't get there because they never failed. They got there because every time they fell, they refused to stay down. They got up faster. They learned quicker. They didn't sit in their pain for years, waiting for someone to save them. They saved themselves. They chose to rise again and again, no matter how hard they fell. And that's what makes the difference. Not talent, not luck, not perfect conditions, just the simple decision to rise faster than they fell. Your pain has a purpose, use it. You've been through things no one else has. You've felt pain that no one will ever fully understand. You've had moments where you questioned everything. And all of that, it's fuel. Fuel to rise, fuel to fight, fuel to become something no one thought you could be. Because every fall teaches you something. Every failure sharpens you. Every setback is just a setup for a stronger comeback. If you use it, if you stop seeing your pain as the reason you can't, and start seeing it as the reason you must, no more excuses. It's time to move. You've waited long enough. You've doubted yourself for too long. You've sat in your failures, replaying your mistakes, telling yourself stories about why you can't. But now it's time to rise. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Right now, because the ones who win in life, they aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who rise faster than anyone else. So rise faster, rise stronger, rise again, and show the world what happens when you refuse to stay down. That moment, the moment you decide to rise again, is the moment everything changes. Because every time you rise, you prove something to yourself, to the world, to the doubt that lives inside you. You prove that no matter how hard life hits you, you will always get back up. And that makes you unstoppable. The world respects those who refuse to stay down. People don't remember the ones who gave up. They remember the fighters, the ones who kept moving forward, the ones who turned pain into power. And whether you realize it or not, someone is watching you right now. Someone is waiting to see if you'll stay down or if you'll rise. Maybe it's a younger version of you, watching from the past, hoping you become the person they always needed. Maybe it's someone you love, someone who needs to see what strength looks like. Or maybe it's the world itself, testing you, waiting to see if you're worthy of the things you dream about. Rise like you were meant to. This isn't just about winning. It's about showing yourself what you're made of. You've been hurt before. You've been broken before. You've been knocked down before. But here's the truth, you survived every single one of those moments. And if you survived them, you can survive this. So don't just rise. Rise faster. Rise with purpose. Rise like you were born for this. Because you were. And the world is waiting to see what happens next. The speed of your comeback defines you. Life isn't fair. It never was. It never will be. It doesn't care how much you've suffered. It won't wait for you to heal. It won't slow down while you gather your strength. So why are you waiting? Why are you giving pain so much time to settle inside you? Why are you giving failure permission to make a home in your mind? The longer you stay down, the harder it is to get up. The longer you wait, the deeper the darkness grows. So rise. Now, before your mind tricks you into believing you can't. You are not meant to stay broken. Pain wants to convince you that you're weak. It wants to whisper that maybe this time you won't get back up. But think about it though. Many times have you felt this way before? How many times have you thought, I can't do this? And yet, here you are. You've cracked before, but you never shattered. You've fallen before, but you always stood back up. This moment, it's no different. You are not made of glass. You are made of something unbreakable. And every time you rise, you become stronger. Faster, harder to destroy. The world only fears those who refuse to stay down. Do you know why some people never succeed? Because they wait too long to rise. They waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They stay on the ground hoping someone will come save them. But no one is coming. No one is going to pull you back up. You have to do it yourself. And the faster you do, the more powerful you become. Because while others sit in their pain, wasting time, you are already running forward. Fall, rise, repeat, until nothing can stop you. It's a cycle. Life will knock you down again, and again, and again. But what matters is how fast you get back up. What matters is that you never let the ground feel like home. Because every time you rise faster than before, you send a message. I am not weak. I am not done. I am not afraid. And one day soon, you will rise so quickly, so fiercely, that life itself will hesitate before trying to knock you down again. Because it will know you cannot be broken.